Welcome back, beautiful people.
Welcome to the TAE Time Podcast.
How is everybody today?
Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're all having a good time, honestly. You're treating well. Don't know when we're going to upload this because we're pre-recording it.
Yeah.
Because we're gone for a little bit on holidays.
Hollybops.
I hate that.
I had to say it. I
hate that. I really do.
Anyways, if you guys are seeing me, I'm wearing a super old hoodie thing.
She's very happy about this super old hoodie thing.
Do you know, I was going to give it away, but now that it's on me, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. Like, I look kind of cute. But, like, I used to wear this when I first met you. It's been, like, 10 years. That is insane.
Insane,
and I really like it. It's, like, old school or whatever. I'm sorry.
Cringe.
How are you today?
Not too bad. What we got for the peoples?
We have some dun stories because we actually had a couple more planned for the episode that came out on May 8th week.
The week of May 8th. No one says May 8th week.
That's the way it came to my brain. But you guys understand, okay?
Well, we talked about like insecurities and so on and so forth. So.
Yeah. So I think we only got a chance to read like 3 stories.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah. And
4.
I thought it was 3.
No, it's 4.
Okay. Anyways.
Or whatever.
We have a couple more for you guys for today.
We do.
Because you know what? These kind of episodes are a little bit interesting because they always kind of end up on different directions.
And they're easy to do.
Now you always talking about less work that we have to do.
Because we don't get paid for this. We are busy people on holiday.
It is what it is, to be honest. Anyway, starting off today with our first story. And it goes like this. It's an Am I the Asshole story. Am I the asshole for telling my wife the onus of responsibility is for her to tell me things and not me to ask about them? This question is so strangely unique and absurd, I am almost ashamed to be asking it. I've been with my wife for 5 years, married for 3. She's a great mother of 2 children, she's bright and pathetic, and she has this one distinct character flaw that I cannot abide. And I will now present it to you here to see if my response has made me an a-hole, which she allegedly says it does. Last night, my wife went out with some girlfriends. They like to jump from a few bars. We text sporadically, but I trust her to be safe. She told me at one point she felt she was too drunk to drive and was going to leave her car there. We both have each other's locations on. So I looked at her location, made a note of it. It was 12 minutes from the house. No biggie. This is an important note, and I have thought this in my head, but never shared it with her. But my wife generally does not tell me we're going from bar to bar this one. I guess she's trying to say that she doesn't update him along the course of the night.
We're at bar 1, we're at bar 2, we're at bar 3, whatever.
Which I like for no other reason than being cognizant of it and knowing where she is at a given time. She rode with a friend to the next bar and then had me come get her. She had work early in the morning, so I took her home, helped her get in bed, and then called an Uber to take me down the road to pick up her car. It was almost on empty, so it was like ran out of fuel. So I stopped and filled it up and drove it home. Next morning, she woke me up and said, we need to go get my car so I can work. I told her I had already went and got it and fueled it up, so she was ready to go. She was pleasantly surprised and said, how did you know what bar I was at? I told her, well, when you said you were too drunk to drive, I looked at your location and made a note of it. This is where I think I may be in the wrong. But to be honest, I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish you would let me know where you're going to be just so I know in case anything happens to you. Sometimes you don't do a great job at keeping me in the loop. Her immediate retort is the character flaw. It doesn't just pop up when she goes out with a friend. It pops up often. She says, well, you didn't ask. I had to take 2 deep breaths and respond, the onus of responsibility is on you, the one that is going to these places, to let me know when you are leaving at 1 or doing something at another. I'm not going to just intermittently check your location and try and read your mind. This was a bit of a lengthy story.
That's an interesting one, to be honest, because there's like 2 things I think about here is where one of them, right, is like they have each other's location for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Safety. And when she told him, he did the right thing of checking where she is because he didn't know where he was. She was, and be like, that's the place I have to go to get the car, you know? And like,
but he didn't have to go get the car.
But I think it's a nice gesture, no? Like,
yeah, I know, but he's making it sound like he had to.
No, I think he's making it sound as if like, oh, this was to make mental note because she might not even remember. Like, let's be honest, she might not even remember which bar she left it at. So he made the right decision, I believe, right?
Right.
To mark down which bar it was at that the car was at. And then after that, he like did the whole thing. And like the thing is, I don't think he needs to know what bar she's at. Like she doesn't have to tell him and he doesn't have to check in, right? Like that kind of thing. I think that's the whole point of having each other's location. That if anything does happen, you have that as a thing.
Okay.
But I do get his point of like the onus of responsibility to tell me where you're at is on you. But that's only if they're like telling each other where they're at all the time, which I feel like you don't really have to.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone's in the wrong here, to be honest. I don't think anyone's an asshole. I do understand where it might sound bad, but I think that was just him talking from a point that was like, hey, I would like if you told me where you're going. I think he should have initiated the conversations, like maybe like, I want you to tell me when you're going, when you're switching bars or going wherever you're going, just so I know instead of me having to constantly check. And then she's like, well, just ask me and I'll tell you. But I think that's different because he's not saying that, oh, you should, because she's saying it as if like, oh, if you ask me, I'll tell you. But I think he's more like, I want to be updated. And I think he should have brought that from there, like as a talking point, instead of saying like, oh, the answer, blah, 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 blah.
I don't know. I feel like he was a little bit like she came pleasantly surprised and was like, oh, this is like, how did you know? You know, like excited. And he's like, oh, I checked your location. But honestly, I wouldn't like to have to do that. I'll just prefer if you told me. And like, I feel like his approach was just a little bit
That's
off,
why I said, like,
know?
I think it was a bad way to approach the topic in the sense. It would have been better if he had approached the topic either at a different time or in a different way. I mean, like, hey, I just put down your location when you said it and I just went and go did it for you, you know? And it's like this. But honestly, like, I think one thing I would like us to start doing is like, do you mind telling me when you're going from bar to bar instead, you know? I think that's how he should have approached it, you know? If he wanted to do it at that moment, being like, hey, just like in general, do you mind telling me when you're going from bar to bar? Because I feel more comfortable with that. Not that like, oh, the onus of responsibility of telling me where you're at is honest to you. Do you get me?
But then, I don't know, like, do you want your partner to update you on their night out?
No, me, like as I said, we don't even have each other's locations. I don't care. Like it doesn't, like to me, it doesn't
my
matter.
location's on. For you and my friends.
Oh yeah.
Safety.
Snapchat. Yeah, on Snapchat. But like, as in like, for me, I think it's not that deep. Honestly, I think it's like, it's not whatever. Like if, like I think that the way we kind of do is because you don't really go from place to place. It's kind of like you tell me. Like you kind of
like
go
you
like.
usually drop me off.
Yeah, usually I was about to say like you tell me where you're going.
parent.
I literally drop Nicolette off and I pick her up. So I think it's kind of a different dynamic, like than that dynamic because I'm the shuttle bus and the taxi that takes her and picks her up. So like I know where she's dropped off, and obviously she could go anywhere else in the middle of the night, but obviously that doesn't matter to me. And if she felt like worried or something, I know you tell me, like you know anything. So like I honestly don't think it's that deep to have your location or to know where you're at because like obviously our situation, I'm dropping you, I'm picking you up, but obviously like for example, if I tell you, oh, I'm going out, I like say I'm going where I'm going, and then like what happens, you know, I'm going to get back safe, like whatever. I don't drink, so it makes life easier as well. I think everything makes life easier because I don't drink as well, so you know, whatever. But like, so it, like when I go, you know, I'm going wherever and I'm coming back, you know, nothing's happened. And like if I'm not back, let's say if I'm back like super late, like maybe it'd be like, oh my God, are you okay? Just to make sure that like everything's fine. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm like on my way, or like I'm doing this, and I'll be like, oh, I'm still at this place or doing whatever, you know, like, so it's really not that bad.
Sometimes I worry like when you go out and it's like 3 a.m. and you're still at home and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, but like the club is just closed and we're probably getting food. Like,
is he okay? So what advice do you have for like couples who say one partner wants to have the other person's location, you know, whatever, but then that partner doesn't want to share locations at all?
I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Which one?
that the situation where like someone wants their location, the other person doesn't want to give it, because I think so, like, just because you're together doesn't mean you have to be sharing locations. Like,
but what's the middle ground? Like, so you're on the side of you don't have to share location.
Yeah, I believe you don't have to share location. But if it's a point, and that's from a point of like that person wants to know where you're at, I think that's like, I don't know, I feel like it's invasive. Yeah, they're your partner, but it's a bit invasive too. But if it's a point of like safety for them, then what you should do is like update them, right? If you say you're going to Club X, right, because you're not sharing locations, you go to Club X. And if you're going to go to Club Y, tell them, hey, I remember I told you we're going to Club X. We were there. Now we're going to Club Y. You know?
Isn't that more effort than just having your location on?
No, because like at least it's not like they're tracking you the whole time kind of thing.
It feels a bit invasive.
It feels pretty invasive. Whereas you being like, hey, just so you know, I'm safe. All is good. We're moving from this place to this place. Hey, just so you know, like, it's just, and it's a quick text, you know? Yeah. They don't even have to like start chatting to you. You're just letting them know, you know? And then, and that's it. And then like, and if you're, or either if you're talking the next day, let's say, or whatever, you're like, oh yeah, we went from here to here to here to here to here, or whatever.
What if like, you know, they live in separate countries and now they want you to have your location on? So
that is definitely very invasive.
See where you're going.
Very invasive. No. I don't know. I feel like sharing locations, like, except for like, unless, like, as you said, like for you, it's like a safety thing. I think it's quite invasive.
For me, see, I'm on the side of, I don't think sharing location with your partner is that deep. For me, it's just like, yeah, have it like in case, I don't know, I lose my phone, I'm kidnapped, like whatever it is while I'm going to Dunn stores, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care. It's not deep. I don't see it as invasive or like, oh, like, you're seeing my privacy, because for me it's like you're seeing my location just the same way as I would tell you where I'm going. So it's like,
I guess like for me, like deep, I didn't even remember that you had your location on it. Snapchat. I
never check either. So I don't know what the point of it is. But like if you have a partner who is like, but then if you have someone who really wants to look and like, they're constantly like looking,
that's what I'm saying. It seems strange.
I don't know.
Because for me, it's more like it's invasive and it's like a lack of trust. Like it's like, can we deal with the issue at hand, not about the fucking location? You know, like why don't you trust me to go do whatever XYZ I'm at? Like
for safety.
You know, and but things I feel like they guise it in this lens of safety, but in reality they're just wanting to know where you are all the time. Constantly.
On to the next story. So we have, ladies, do your husbands ever refuse to call you beautiful? My husband's go-to complimentary term has always been cute. I've told him before that cute is a way to describe puppies and babies, not your wife, but he tells me this is silly. I always try to make sure I call him handsome as well as cute, but he rarely returns this favor unless I'm really dressed up. I always feel like I have to dig for a real compliment. Last night, as we're laying in bed, he starts in on me being cute and having such a cute little features. I ask, like what? And he says my cheeks, ears, and belly button. He tells me that these are adorable often. I tell him, you know, most husbands would say that they like their wives' pretty eyes or a nice smile. He said, meh, I don't really care about that stuff. I've always been complimented on those categories except with him. I used to find that refreshing, but now it just hurts my self-esteem. So I pushed on. With a chuckle, I said, you don't think I have a nice smile? And he said, you have a nice smile in the sense that none of your teeth are rotten out of your head. I immediately wanted to cry, but I realized that I might be over-emotional since my period is in 2 days. I know someone he dated in the past who claimed that he told her how beautiful she is every day, so I know he doesn't have an issue with those types of compliments. So ladies, am I crazy or was that a mean thing to say to me?
Interesting. See, at first I was going to be like, maybe he's the type that deems cute as much of a more good term, you know, an endearing term. But the fact that she said at the very end that someone else used to get that treatment. But
that changes things a little bit.
But wait. How do you know that person not sabotaging? Because they could have gone the same thing and she's like, fuck you, I'm going to make you feel
You know, he called me beautiful all the time. You know? But let's just take it at face value.
Let's take it at face value.
How do we approach the situation?
That's weird, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. Maybe with her, he just likes the term cute. Maybe with her, he thinks cute is the appropriate word, you know?
You know what?
Because, like, calling someone cute doesn't mean they're ugly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, the only people that call someone cute and think they're ugly is women to men. Men do not think, oh, well, a girl's cute and think, oh, she ugly. Whereas women will be like, oh, he cute, but he ugly.
I want to talk about that because I feel exposed a little bit right now. I want to talk about the terms, right? When like men use it towards women versus when women use it towards men. And like...
Guys say cute and they literally mean cute. Like, oh, you're very cute. Because cute is more like, I think cute is like more like petite. You know, it's like this, oh, you have like nice little cute features.
Are you saying like a muscular woman can be cute?
I feel like that would be hard pressed to find
really,
unless she's like small, like short.
So cute is only in reference to puppies and babies, essentially.
No, or little cute features. I think.
Stop it.
As in like a cute nose, cute cheeks.
And can't a muscular female have that? Right.
Absolutely.
So.
But you see, when you said that, I assumed like a dude that was.
Come on.
Kind of thing.
Come on.
Like a.
No, like like take I don't know, Simone Biles, like a gymnast.
Yeah, she's cute.
She has cute features.
Yeah.
So I think it's different features that are cute, not necessarily like, oh, he's cute.
No, I guess when I said petite, I was referring to like a cute button nose. Like a small button nose is cute.
That's not what petite means.
Like, oh, sorry. Guys, my English is not good. It's not my first language.
Not that it's not my first language. Cop out. Petite is literally like small women.
Yeah, but I thought petite could be used like, oh, you have a petite nose.
But that's in reference to a feature, not a petite person.
Yeah, but I meant like petite, like a petite feature.
You know what petite means?
Like small, no?
It's literally the translation, the French word. It means small.
Oh, yeah, it's small. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, petite, that's right.
But you're saying like, oh, like they're only cute if they're petite.
No, if they have petite features.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Okay, sorry, I didn't specify. I meant petite features.
Because you could have like petite people with not so cute.
Yeah, obviously you have ugly short people, but yeah, no, you have like petite features. What I mean, like, and that's why I consider cute. I'm like, oh, your nose is cute. Oh, your ears are cute. Oh, this is cute. Okay. You know, like, you know, you have a cute looking face. You know, like it's nice, small, and like, you know, cute. Like it's not like intimidating. It's not scary. It's not like super like like sexy. It's like good looking but cute.
So how would you refer to a woman that's like more intimidating looking in your book?
Oh, she's a leng, you know.
Oh, leng. Okay.
She's a leng, you know.
Okay.
Or what? Like, or either she's a baddie, you know, like if she's giving.
She's a baddie.
Yeah, she's a baddie, like, you know, she's giving that baddie energy.
Is what she wants.
And she look like a baddie, you know.
Okay, and how
like,
about?
I wouldn't consider any. Well, I'm not really intimidated by anyone, but like I wouldn't consider any woman that like isn't intimidating a baddie. I think you have to have like that swagger with you in it.
Yeah.
Like you have to have that like baddie energy too. You know, like you're willing to fight. Like I think women who I look at them, I'm like, you would fight another person, you're a baddie.
I would fight you.
Yeah, but you wouldn't fight another person.
Wait, you just indirectly called me not a baddie.
No. Because I'm talking about baddie. Like when I say baddie, I mean you're literally a rough person that is good looking. Mm-hmm.
Silence in the hall room.
Oh my days, guys! I'm getting crucified out here for no reason.
You just call me not a baddie.
No, you're a baddie because you want to fight me.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
No, you're a baddie because you want to fight me.
So what classifies then as beautiful?
Just I don't know. Like I think I use the word beautiful quite loosely, to be honest. Like I think any woman that's actually attractive is beautiful.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't put it in it like, oh my God, it has to have this. I'm like, if you're good looking, you're beautiful.
But so you can be beautiful and have cute features.
Yes,
you can be beautiful.
Yes.
And a baddie.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I think beautiful is the word I personally would use for good looking.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that person's beautiful. Oh, that person's leng. I wouldn't use beautiful. I use leng. I'm like, damn.
I don't know. For me, I think I'm just thinking of categories. I'd be like, oh, he's fine. Like if he's fine, he's fine.
Yeah. How about handsome? Would you ever use that?
Oh my God, no.
I don't like think old people.
I just don't. I wouldn't call someone handsome.
Oh, he's fine.
But like, maybe like someone who's, I don't know, older and more like.
So old people.
Like a dad-looking person. It's like,
what a handsome man! What a handsome man! That's what you're saying. He's such a handsome man, a handsome gentleman.
I don't know. Handsome doesn't really work. Cute. Like, yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, he's ugly.
He's cute. No, not ugly. Because ugly is... Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, because if it's your friend asking and you think it's ugly, you'd be like, oh, he's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
If a friend asks...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're using cute as ugly. Like.
But if it's like a random guy's like, oh, what do you think of that guy on the street? Oh, he's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right. That's all I say. I'm like, she's all right. She's I don't say all right. I don't even give them the dignity of using the whole word. That sounds so bad.
Oh my god.
She's
that is so funny.
Yeah, but I don't go rating people in public, by the way. Like, that's a pretty narcissistical thing.
He does do that. So then in this situation, right, we have someone who wants to be called beautiful, but the husband isn't. It's like, what happens here?
I think, once again, like, maybe he just likes the word cute. Maybe to him, beautiful is like creme de la creme.
Like his ex.
Like, creme de la creme. And he knows she's not creme de la creme. So she's just cute. Like, but cute could be high for him. Like, every man, we're not a monolith. Every man has different meanings for these things.
Yeah, but I think if someone is like, I would like for you to call me something, and if you refuse to, it just means you don't see me as that. Yeah,
no, I, like, me personally, like, if you told me, oh, Farouk, I wanted you to call me a baddie, I'd be like, I just call you a baddie just because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Not because I think it's true.
But
like, what does it matter?
But at the same time, like, this is a little bit different because I would expect that you think your partner's good looking, no? Like, for him to call her beautiful, I think that's a fair, like...
Not everyone's happy with their... Some people are settling. Like,
yeah, so, but, like, come on.
Harsh reality of life.
I don't know. I feel
people
like...
are settling.
Come on, like...
If your partner can't look at you for more than a few seconds, question their intentions.
No, this actually made me sad because...
Look, I can stare at your face all day, shorty. What are you saying? Say less. But
anyways,
for real,
I don't know. But do you know what? I will say I do like that, you know, he was kind of complimenting like cute features of hers.
Yeah, like I didn't think it was that bad. Like, everyone says, oh, you have a pretty smile, you have pretty eyes.
They're so generic.
Everyone has pretty smile, pretty eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
But he was being specific. He's like, oh, what a cute belly button.
I thought that was adorable. Yeah. I thought it was so cute because it's like, oh, different features that like other people don't see or don't. And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I felt like. My man was not in the wrong.
I don't think he's in the wrong, but I don't think she's in the wrong either. I think it's fair for her to be like, oh, call me beautiful.
I want you to see my eyes are pretty because they're blue like every other bitch out here. Blue, 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 blue.
Hey, you always tell me I have pretty eyes.
You do have pretty eyes.
Wow. Yeah. Is that the only compliment you got?
Moving on to the next story, guys. So
I see how it is. Maybe I should write my own post. But guys.
Maybe I should write my own post.
Hey, what are you going to say?
The fuck I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll figure it out.
You give so much compliments.
My girl.
Actually, that's one thing that, you know, guys sometimes complain that they don't really receive compliments.
Yeah.
How should a girl compliment a guy?
The same way you'd compliment any person.
So I'm like, oh yes, queen, you look so good.
Not like that. Actually, maybe, you know, that feels kind of good. Let me not lie.
Sometimes,
I'm like, I'm feeling myself. I'm a baddie. I'm a bad bitch.
Right.
But just be like, hey, like, just tell him features you like about him. It's like, oh, I really like this. I really like that. Like, men are weak. You tell them you like something, he'll never forget your name. Because they don't get compliments.
Yeah. I remember reading a story where men were literally sharing like compliments that they got. And one of them was saying like someone complimented his shirt and he only wore that shirt and bought like similar types of that shirt for like ever. Yeah,
because men really actually don't get compliments. We really don't. Like, it's very rare that... Like,
don't say we.
What?
You're not part of this.
I don't get compliments, guys.
Not playing the victim.
I don't get compliments. Don't forget about her. She's my girlfriend. That is literally
cap.
She's my girlfriend. Other people don't give me compliments. If you guys want to give me compliments, I'll happily take them.
No, loads of people give
I don't get compliments. They're like, oh, he's ugly.
Nobody ever says that. Nobody ever says that. Also, your partner like complimenting you is important, and I feel like even in couples, men still don't get complimented.
Yeah, because their wife is like, do you mind just doing that for me there, John? And he's like, oh, yeah, no harm. And then she's like, cheers. And he's like, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I find it a bit weird to compliment a guy myself. I'm like,
she's exposing herself and the other girls.
Like, you hear that, lads? Do you know what? I compliment your friends.
She's meant to be progressive.
No,
she's meant to be a progressive girl.
Listen,
and even she finds it hard to give compliments.
Here's the thing. Here's my thought process. Here's my thought process. I'll compliment your friends happily, like, you know, like, oh, they look good, like, they dress well, they smell good, la la. But then I feel like if I compliment someone that I'm not like close with, because men don't really get compliments, they would take it as like, oh, she loves me. She loves me.
I will now follow her to the ends of the earth. Every single day, I will smell her.
Stop it.
From far away.
Far away. Anyways, on to the next story. And you know what? This is a story that we've put off for quite some time because we were meant to discuss it with like your friends on the pod or something. You know what? Today is the day we're reading it. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my daughter with the car payments because she is a stripper?
Oh my God, this fucking story.
This story. I have a 22-year-old daughter. She's in college and lives on campus. I agreed to help her make car payments since she was in school. I was recently informed by a young man I work with that my daughter strips at a club about 40 minutes away. I confronted her on this, and she said she didn't plan to do it after she graduated, and she needed some money. I told her, then go work for McDonald's, not use your body. We got into an argument, and I asked her to quit stripping and get a decent job then. She refused and said stripping was easy money, so basically I said there was no need for me to pay for her car payment anymore since she's making money so easily. She got upset and said that wasn't fair and that she doesn't make enough for that. I told her to figure it out. She told my wife about what happened, and my wife is upset by her job of choice, but says it's unfair for me to stop supporting her so suddenly over an argument. I think it's perfectly fair. It's my money and my decision when to cut it off.
This story's long, bro. All right. I'll start off with the fact that it is fair for him to do that if he wants, because it's his money, it's his right. Like, even if it wasn't related to the whole stripping thing, he can cut it off at any point. It doesn't make you a good parent, but you can do that. And then the whole, like, it's like, it was so funny because he was like, go work at McDonald's. As if McDonald's pays as much as stripping, bro. The fuck? Like, you know, but at the same time, I'd never want, like, my kids to feel in a situation that they have to go to do that thing because I'm not supporting them enough or they don't have whatever. Like, you know, I'd like to support them that they could do whatever, unless they really, like, it was like, I want to do this. Like, this is the job I want to do. I don't want to work here. I want to do this. You know, it's like, not because of a money thing, but because you want to do it. That's a whole different story. And that's like a whole discussion that you have to have with that person, whether you like it or not, whatever the fuck, you know. But outside of that, like, I think the biggest issue, and I said that the first time I read the story, is why the fuck is there this random guy who said to the dad, being like, hey, yo, you're a girl. I saw her because you had to be in the strip club too. Yeah. It's not like you found out from someone. You saw her. Yeah. You were in the strip club and you were like, damn.
He was probably making it rain on her.
You know, like it's someone that his friend, because he's a young man. Yeah. Right. So maybe it's either someone he works with.
Old 20.
You know,
old kind of thing.
Like someone that's slightly older than her, but around her age, because he's a young man. So it's definitely not someone his age.
I mean.
So, and I doubt it's his friend because he wouldn't call him a young man. He'd say my friend. So it's definitely like someone around her age that knows her and knows them and then told him. So it's like me like going to like one of your dad's friends or something. I mean, like, hey, yo, I saw your daughter stripping. Bro, the fuck? Why are you snitching for her? Get out of here, bro.
I don't know. But so, okay, your daughter comes to you.
Hey, no, I don't want to do this scenario.
And
I don't want to do this scenario.
And she tells you she started stripping, or you find out, whatever. What's your reaction?
I'm like, why?
Okay.
Why do you feel like I want to get to the root cause of why you want to do this?
Because she's like, it's a job. I need money.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay. Is there any other jobs you could do that would give you the same amount of money? No.
What if no?
And do you really need this money from?
What if the answer is no?
Like, are you that desperate for that money? I'm like,
why desperation?
No, as in like money. Because no, it's easy money. Goddamn, stripping is easy ass money, bro. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like, it's like, am I lacking in giving you the money or resources you need to be able to survive that you felt like this was your only option? If it's not that, then that's a whole different story. So I want to get to the root cause of it, as in like, is this something that you actually wanted to do, or is it something that you felt like you were pushed into a corner, like desperation? Because like, let's be honest, like, yes, stripping is easy money, but a lot of those girls get manipulated, you know, depending on like where you are in the world, right? So like, I don't want her to be in a situation where she feels like she has to, like, unless like she actually is into like sex work, right? And like, I don't know, like some strippers say stripping and sex work are not the same thing. Like, I think
I was trying to think of what does it classify as.
I think it's sex work. I think like from my people brain, I believe it's sex work. Okay. So like, unless you're actually into sex work, like you get something off doing it, like I'm like, most people go into it because they're like, they feel like this is the best way to make a large sum of money easily without having to do like 2 jobs or something like that, right? And it's very true, but I don't want you to feel like, my daughter to feel like she's going into that job because she doesn't have support and she doesn't have the money. Like, if you need more money, I will try my best, you know, to help you. So like, whatever, if it's whatever, and we talk about it. Like, the idea is I'd want to sit down and talk about it. I'd never like go and give her shit right off the get-go. I'd never do that.
But even though you'd want to.
No, I didn't say I'd want to. God damn, I'd just be like, yo, hold up a minute. Let's get down to the root of things, and then we find out the answer, and then we go from there.
And if what if it just so happens that she enjoys it?
Yeah, like if she's making so much money, I'm like, yo, do you need my money? Do you want to give me some money?
Okay, but you want to like stop it.
No, it's like
but you'd
she's an adult. Like, she's an adult. Like, I can't tell her what to do with her body.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Know?
Because you know what? This might be a little bit whatever, but I think there are a lot of parents out there who are very like against their, you know, children doing any sort of OnlyFans, stripping, all these category of work. But what, like, if their child ends up really rich, suddenly they're the most supportive parent
I don't know
ever.
about that. I think there's a lot of parents as well. Like my dad's probably listening to this right now, because he does all the time with my mom too. Like, my dad would not be cool with that. No matter, even if I was a millionaire outfit, my dad would not be cool with that.
But your dad has morals.
I didn't say that. Like, she did, guys. But like, my dad would not be cool with that. Like, and I think there's a lot of parents out there that no matter how much money, you could be literally a multi-million, freaking billionaire.
Yeah.
And they're not cool with you doing that because of their morals, right?
I think
they're like, no, this is, whether it's against my religion, whether it's against my morals, whether it's against whatever, I am not cool with that. Line in the sand is drawn. No is no. And, you know, and the thing is, like, and I get it, like, you know, like, because I've been raised in that family, I've been raised in that kind of mindset. But at the same time, I'm like, adults, like, no matter what you do, adults will do whatever they want to do, right? So it's better to come to some kind of an agreement, some understanding where you each understand each other's viewpoint, and try to at least have a relationship besides what is going on, because it's your kids, you know.
But that, because I guess my point is, like, there is also the opposite.
Absolutely agree. There is some there, like,
what's led to the relationship getting better is the child making so much money. But that's because they're hungry
for the money. Yeah, I think that's not a good parent.
That's sad.
That's a money hungry person.
That's why I said it. That is morals.
They're seeing you as a cash ATM.
Yeah.
They're not seeing you as like a human being.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, this is an ATM I spawned out of myself. You know.
But then there's very supportive parents.
But and then there are people who are supportive, you know. And
my mom would be very supportive, but like she would sit me down and make me go to therapy first, I think.
Yeah, no, your mom would not be happy with it. Your mom would be like, are you okay, Raluca?
You can't do this. You can't do this.
Are you mentally okay? And then eventually after you're like, yes, mom, I want to, and then she'd be like, all right. But she's like, but the thing is, your mom will tell you she's still not happy with it.
No, yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you understand how you make your money, but I'm still not happy with it. No. You know? But whereas my dad would be adamant, you either stop this or you get the fuck out of my life, you know? Like, you know, which is completely different. And like, as I said, it's fair to him. Like, everyone reacts to everything the way they react, you know, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, at least, you know, your dad has 2 others. Like, you know, I guess my mom just has me.
What's the difference?
2 others who won't fail. His favorite.
So, you know what I mean? It would hurt him the most. But yeah, no, like, like to each their own. I think everyone deals with everything differently, you know? And I think, that's why I said, I think it was fair for him to cut the money, because if that's what he wants to do, that's what he do. Like, that's his line in the sand, right? But I think there's a difference between having your line in the sand and then, like, shitting on a person kind of thing, you know? Yeah. So there's a difference. I don't know. And I don't think he shot on her. He said he was just like, yeah, all right. You think it's easy money? Go make easy money
Go
then.
on and yeah, I agree. I think it's his money at the end of the day. I think me personally, I'd probably be supportive. I would try to be like, oh, like what led you here?
Yeah.
But then I would probably go and watch a show. I'd be like, oh.
That is weird as hell.
Let me see.
That's weird.
I don't know. I'd just support her.
Ew.
I'd support her.
That's her titties out, bro.
I wouldn't want her titties out.
Nasty.
I would not want her titties
but
out.
That's what they do.
No.
That's what they do.
And let them dance on the pole.
This is not Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge is worse.
Yeah, and even Moulin Rouge. Like they
listen, there are boundaries to this. She has to be clothed.
Yeah, because she's going to be like, oh, sorry, guys. My mom is here today, so... Sorry, titties.
She can't be exposed like that. No, guys. No. Okay, we'll read one more story because I feel like it's an interesting one. Okay, so my wife wants to reconcile our marriage. I have been divorced from my ex-wife for 7 years. We were together for 8 before that and married for 4. We have 2 children together, ages 14 and 12. We co-parent and each get our own week with the children. I love my wife deeply, but the sad truth is she couldn't stay away from the male attention. She's a very beautiful woman, has been her whole life. Men would always look when they walked by, and I used to think how lucky I was she was mine, till I found out she was entertaining these men as well. I had found text in her phone multiple times. I had let go of it. What?
She let go of it.
Let go of it? Because it was over the phone. Then I'd find out she allowed them to take her on dates or out to bars secretly after her work shift ended. She promised it was never sexual, and I never had any proof it was, but who knows. She said she just liked the compliments and the idea of how many guys like to pay attention to her, that it gave her some weird high. That wasn't my cup of tea, so I ended the marriage. She spent the last years in therapy, in which she's been diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder and OCD. She claims she is doing really well. At her last drop-off with the kids, she told me she had told her therapist that she'd like to reconcile her marriage a year ago, and she hasn't been on any dates or tried to be flirtatious. She said her goal was to fix us, and she wanted to be a family again if I was willing to try. Knowing she has a diagnosis for why she wants this attention so badly and her actively getting help to contain these behaviors opens my mind up greatly if the possibility of a happy marriage is on the table, but I'm also not fully sure I can trust her. I want nothing more than my family back, but I don't want a repeat of the first time. Advice?
I think it's worth a shot.
Okay.
Because it sounds like he still loves her. Sounds like she still loves him.
Can you believe it's been 7 years?
Yeah, and I think it's like if they're not with anyone, I think it's worth a shot to give it a try to once they get married. Maybe start dating each other.
That's
see
it.
How it goes.
Yeah.
And do it. Like it could work out. I think it's worth a shot. I think obviously it's kind of brazy at the start because she's going on dates with other people. That's brazy. I can understand oh, thanks for the compliment. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
If it just kind of comes randomly,
or whatever. But going on dates.
Yeah.
That's brazy.
Bro. Yeah.
How much do you like the attention?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really trust her. I don't really trust that was it. Because you just get compliments from coworkers or online, whatever. Even talking to them online.
Yeah, but in a date, the entire time they're complimenting you. They're like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Oh my god, you're so beautiful. Oh my god.
And what are you going to say? Yeah, my husband agrees? No, you're going to lie.
It's kind of crazy. As I said, it was pretty crazy to me to hear that she was going on dates with these people. But, obviously... he had a boundary. She broke that boundary. He doesn't know what she did, but we're going to take her for her word that she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I think even if she did, I think at this stage, because it sounds like he still cares about her, and it sounds like she's been actively trying to work on herself, and she cares about him. I think it's worth a shot. It's not the worst thing that can happen is you guys just said, yeah, this doesn't work out, and you just
exactly
don't do it. There's no real downfall
and consequence negative.
It sounds like they're already co-parenting well.
Yeah.
So all you just give it a shot and it ends whatever, or it does well and you get back together and you're happy again. Well, you're happy already, but as in
whatever,
happy together.
I think the most important thing would be to take it slow because coming back into the marriage is not.
Oh no, definitely don't run.
It's not how you think it's gonna be. You can't just resume.
Crawl. Don't even crawl.
Like, it's gonna have to be like go on dates and get to know each other again, because I don't think you know each other on that level anymore, especially
if completely changed as people.
There's been so much change. And also you have to, I feel like, do it really carefully, knowing that there's 2 kids involved. You can't just
don't
be like,
get their hopes up.
We're getting back together, but then we're kind of not.
You don't get their hopes up at all. You got, that's why I said you got to go at a snail pace.
Don't
let the kids know until like there's it's either you don't tell them anything because it flopped, or you tell them, hey, we are getting back together.
Or I think I would go on a few dates, and then if it's going well, I would sit the kids down and be like, hey, your dad and I decided to start dating.
Not too early.
But give it more time. A few months, no? Is that not enough?
Give it more time.
Listen.
Especially depending on how young the kids are.
They said they're like 14 and something.
Don't want to put too much hope on there.
I don't know. I think I would say date for a few months.
Because it's like crushing them with the divorce all over again.
I suppose. But then, like, I would want them to know that we're dating.
No, you tell them you're dating someone.
Oh.
And then once you guys are decided if you're going to stay together, then you're like, hey, the person I was actually dating is your mom.
Ha, psych. So, gotcha.
Because once again, as I said, I feel like if you say, hey, I've been talking to your dad, even if it's after it's a few months and everything looks good, anything can happen. It's like crushing them again with the divorce all over again.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
So you're better off just only telling them if it's a sure thing. Or either just never telling them because it didn't work out.
I suppose, yeah. No, I agree. But that is all we had for today.
Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a nice discussion. Got you thinking about what you would do. Let us know in the comment section down below.
Which you guys never do.
I'll actually read those ones.
Because there's only ever like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll actually read those ones. But you guys don't do anything. Except for the people who do. Like, obviously, you guys aren't involved in what I'm saying right now. It's the people who watch it and they don't.
Like YouTube. Because Spotify, I don't think you can. So.
Yeah, no, not on Spotify. You're just listening. But you can tell us what you think. Message us.
And let us know on Instagram.
On Instagram, message us. Let us know what you think. Exactly. Or post it on your story to let other people know what you think.
Tag us. We'll repost you.
Tag it.
To all our thousands of followers. Okay, guys. Thank you for your time. Till next time.
Peace.